Hi everybody, thanks for joining Create with Dee. I'm Dee Slater and welcome to a fun night of doing things with Santa's workshop in mind. Again, you know, sometimes Santa needs a little help with some of his packaging, and so, you know, we can just be Santa's elves sometimes and and help Santa along with some of our gift giving. So I'm really excited to do this here with you tonight. It's 5:30 Eastern Time, and how tonight will go is that I will do one project and then sign off, get the next project ready, and then sign back on. There'll be maybe, about anywhere from a 2 to 5 minute break, and then I'll just come back on and, just go until we have all of our projects. Hi, Lori. Hi, Jody. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining, everybody. Okay, so our first project is a doozy. I had found this online and I just was enamored with it, and I hope that you will too. Okay, so this project is a treat pouch, as you can see here, but it's also, when you open it up, it's a card. And then there's also a little pouch here where you could put a tag or even a gift card or some other little note in here. It's an all-in-one item. And I just wanted to show you what I have in here. I've got this packed pretty substantially here. I've got one of these little waffle things that they can enjoy, and then a cocoa with a peppermint spoon. So all of that fits into this pouch. So whatever you would want to fit in, it would work. Okay, let's get jumping right in, and we'll make this adorable all-in-one treat pouch and card at it. Okay, I'll just kind of keep this in here. I'm going to take out all of the goodies. I think it'll make it a little easier. This project uses whatever your favorite scoring tool is. I see everybody else. Hi, Linda. And all of the measurements will be here on each of the videos after all of the lives are done here tonight. And then also throughout the week, I'll post these on the blog too. So whichever way that you'd like to get the information, you can. Okay, so first of all, we are going to start with a piece of cardstock, 8.5 by 9. And we're going to do scoring and some cutting. Okay. So when we get all done, I'm just going to kind of show you where this is going to go. This is going to end up looking like this. All right, so let's get started. And you guys know me, I'm a scoring, like the Simply Scored scoring tool kind of gal. So that's what I'm going to be using here tonight. And I've made this several times, but it's been a minute since I have. So I'm going to, hopefully not screw up while we're all live here. All right, so along the 8, here's how I found to be most successful, is to score it in this order. So we're going to score along the 8.5 inch side at 2.5 and 3. Okay, so 2.5 and 3, and I'm using my cinnamon cider cardstock, as you can see. All right, so that's the 8.5 side. Now along the 9.5 side, what we want to do is there's 2 parts to it. First, we want to score at 1 inch and at 5 inches. Whoops. All right, so then part 2 is we're still along the 9 inch side. What we want to do is we are going to score at 1/2 inch, 5.5, and 6. But we're going to stop at the 3 inch mark down from this side here. So when you go to stage it, make sure that you have your score lines up to the top along the 9 inch side. Okay, so here we go. We're going to score at 1/2 inch and then stop at 3. We're going to go to 5.5, stop at 3. And then we're going to go to 6 and stop at 3. Okay, so it's not hard, it's just a little bit unusual of not scoring all the way down. Okay, so that's that. We can go ahead and get rid of our Simply Scored scoring tool. And I'm going to go ahead and get our template out so that you can again see what we're going to be doing. All right, so what we want to do first is we're going to notch out this top rectangle. So with my snips, I'm going to take all of this. So go down to the 3-inch score line, and we're going to take this square, might be a rectangle, out. Again, this template, I'll have a picture of it on my blog here tomorrow. Okay, so that's the first one that we want to do. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make the pocket by taking these 2 little squares out. All right, so now we're going to take these 2. This is going to be what our, we're making the front pouch of it. Again, this is kind of a unique little one. It's an all-in-one. And I kind of fold that up a little bit. And we'll take this out. Now again, we're going to get rid of these 2 little squares here. And when we do this, we have just now made our template. Okay, so now what I like to do is I like to go ahead and turn it back this way because this is how we're going to actually fold it. So why don't I show you, before we start decorating, I'd just like to show you how the mechanism is going to work. Okay, this is going to be our card front. So, you know, this little extra scoring thing, that's going to go down towards the bottom. This is going to fold back and fold. That part's going to become our card. And then we're going to fold this part of it around like this, and then this is our treat holder or our pouch of whatever little goodies we want to have. So that's going to fold in like that. And that's how it is. Isn't that amazing? I absolutely love this. Again, this is not my creation. I found this online. Okay, so that is where it's going to be. Now it's a matter of decorating. What I like to do is decorate it flat before I get doing it. And I'm also going to add a little bit of extra. I think it adds a little extra by rounding the corners. But I want to show you how the corners need to go as we do this. Okay, so first things that we want to do is I'm going to fold this. So again, we need to round all of the corners. And I'm going to use the, the trio punch here. And we can go ahead and get all of these layers in there. I'm just going to make sure I have it all up there. Now my camera's going to jiggle when I punch, so okay, so that's, and you do want to fold them together so they line up. Now I'm going to open this side up and put in the other top corner and punch. And I want to round the sides when these are closed. Again, you don't have to, but I want to. So I'm going to fold that in, and I'm just going to make sure it's all up in there in the corner and on the side, and punch. And then the same thing on this. I'm going to fold this all back and punch. Okay, so now I've got those corners rounded just on the edge. And now I need to do the back corners as well. So just round those. And let's see. I don't want to round the bottom. Okay, so I rounded this bottom, but I actually want to keep that one flat. Because this is, I'm not going to round the edge down here, the pouch, so the bottom outside does not get punched. Okay, so we have this. I'm going to unfold it, and now it's a matter of decorating. So what we're going to need are 3 pieces of designer paper cut at 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. And I'm using the Gingerbread and Peppermint Designer Series paper. It's part of that Frosted Gingerbread suite. So I'm going to need 3 of those. Also going to need 1 sheet of designer paper 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And a strip of 7/8, or that's 3 7/8. Oh, I'm sorry, let's go up here. 5 1/4 by 3/4. And then I will have, if you want to do other additional matting, I have that, but we're not going to do that here tonight. All right, so this piece here doesn't get any rounded corners. Whatever I want on the front, let's see here, which side do I want? I kind of like this stripe. Let's do this stripe. And I want to round just the top corners. And so once we round that, go ahead and get some liquid glue. And again, this is going to be my front. And I know it's the front because the 1-inch tab is off here to my right. All right, so we'll get that on. All right, so now we have the strip here, and that's going to be where our 3/4 inch goes. And as you can see here, that I have that rounded. And so I'm going to round that, the top. And it's okay if you flip these, backwards, because it's all the same. And then, let's see, I only want to round the right-hand side. On my sample, I did both. It's okay if you do that. But then that's going to go here. And we'll go ahead. I'm going to live dangerously and add glue on top of my existing designer paper. I'm living dangerously. All right, and we'll get that down. Okay, so now let's go on the inside, and we'll flip the sample here. So on the sample, I need rounded corners on the top, none on the bottom, and the one that's going to be on the inside right, it's going to be 3 corners rounded. So let's go ahead and we'll just make this one the one that'll be on the left-hand side. And then, let's mix this up a little bit. We'll put this one. Nope, I like the pattern. And we need 3 sides. The top and bottom right corner. Okay, and let's get those put down. Alrighty, so whichever side that you would like. This is a great way of really showcasing a lot of different patterns in a designer series paper pack, whichever one that you might choose to use. Again, it just, you could stick with the same pattern if you like, but I kind of like doing all of them, or all different ones. Okay, we are almost there. Okay, so now this is going to be our front panel on the pouch. And so what you can do is just turn this up so that you know that that's going to be the front of it. Now I'll open it up all the way, and we'll go ahead and we'll get the front panel on. And I just remembered or saw that I don't have my sentiment or the whisper white on the inside cut, but I'll get that here in just a second. Okay, so now we have everything ready to go. Let's go ahead and let's get some tear and tape on these little parts right here. You could use any strong adhesive. Because it's going to be a vertical one, I like to use the tear and tape on it. So I'm going to tear and tape these outward panels. press them down and get it started with our take your pick tool. And we'll get that up. Okay, so now we're going to make our pouch. I'm going to fold this in and line it up with the outside of the card front. And the same thing on the other side. I'll turn that down for now. And I want to tuck this in and line it up. Oops. So I'm tucking it in and lining it up. I need to go with my dominant hand here so I can get it in there. There we go. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Cute, cute, cute. And then the last thing is that just to anchor this down here, I'm going to put some liquid glue on the arch because I just want to keep it as a little side panel here, or a side pocket, I should say. And you can probably should have done that. You can do that ahead of time before you put the pouch up. Okay, we just made it. What do you guys think? I hope you guys give it a try. It is, it's so, what a nice little thing to have kind of in our arsenal of things to do. So now let's go ahead and we'll finish decorating it. I have to, in all honesty, it took me a couple of times before I got it right. I don't know why I was scoring strange, so maybe grab some old cardstock of a color that you don't use that much and practice first, or maybe you'll have better luck than what I did. Okay, so for our accessories here, I'm going to use layering circles, and with our cinnamon cider. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like it. You know, you practice it once, and I promise you that it goes. It's just kind of taking your time the first time. I was, I think, so excited to try it, I was in a rush. So I'm using the sentiments from the frosted gingerbread. So the frosted gingerbread was what I used, actually the bundle, because there was a few other elements there. And I'm going to go ahead and just use our liquid glue and get that layered on to a circle, or the scallop circle. Better get my ink out of my road. You guys know me, I'll have ink all over myself. Okay, so at this point, what I want to do is I do want to pop this up, and I want it overhanging. So I just want to make sure that I'm putting dimensionals on the lower half of the scallop. And you know, we'll just try that. Do that. So sometimes the decorating is almost more of the challenge than when I make my 3Ds. It's like, okay, I've got the box, I've got the bag, I've got this all-in-one pouch here. Now what do we do? All right, so I also have some elements, again, pre-die cut out. Let me get this here. These are some of the elements that are in the designer series paper, and the dies will actually punch those out or die cut those out. You could also use a circle punch if you happen to have one that works for it as well. And let's go ahead and we'll pop some of these little swirlies up. Let's see, we'll put one here, and maybe I'll just use one little one. Looks like I'm missing one of the smaller elements here, so I'll just know I'll come back and get that one here in a little bit, or before I gift it. And we'll put that up in the other corner. And then I've got the holiday gems, and I'm going to pick the red and green. And let's let's see, grab them. Come on, Jemmy. So I'm going to put one of each color on the top. And then one of each color on the bottom. All right. I won't go and do this. I'll have the measurements of this too. I went down a 1/2 inch in size of the wisp or of the basic white, and then just use some of the other cute little elements that were in the stamp set to finish that off. And so that goes in here, and then we are all ready for our cocoa pouch and our candy spoon. I found the candy cane spoons on Amazon. I don't know, I had gotten these earlier on in the season because I was doing this for a team gathering that we had. And so these might be in the stores now, but I did find that on Amazon. I know, Whisper White is such, is what I want to say, it's such a habit. So I think these would be perfect for a Secret Santa. I know that my sister's office, they're back to doing some Secret Santas, or even like if you're having a gathering, you could have these kind of waiting on somebody's place setting, or just, you know, part of a gift that you hand give them. So, you know, maybe this is a teacher gift or just an office or a neighbor gift. You know, how nice is that? Where, you know, you can give your little sentiment saying, maybe a gift card or another tag or another note, and, you know, a little cocoa packet or whatever that they might like to enjoy. Okay, guys, this is going to be the most complicated one. And so I thought while we have our early evening energy going, I would just go ahead and share this one first. So now I'll go ahead and sign off. I'll get my next project ready to go and then come on when that is. I would say, you know, about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. So if you need to take a quick break, now's a good time to do that. Okay, guys, I'll see you here in just a little bit. Bye-bye.